Hello there. It is Thursday. You know what that means. Welcome on in. My name is Kira Kennedy, and we are live with Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet Shiny Hunt. The fuck? Did I just start fucking gargling there for a second? What the fuck? Anyways, we're live with Pokemon Violet Shiny Hunting. How y'all doing tonight? As you can see, I have a new bot set up here so that we can hopefully get a better set up for like alerts and stuff for when you guys are, for when those who are watching on Twitch might be about to run into an ad during those ad breaks. Instead of trying to find my damn stuff for the shiny hunting, because I forgot to set that back up before stream started. It's been a long week for me. It has been a very long week. Gonna turn that down a little bit. Oh, but I am glad to be back. A little worried about tomorrow, not gonna lie, because I'm kind of worried how my internet's gonna hold up when I try to go online for ranked battles and stuff. Especially since I want to try to get some practice in for, like, there's some tournaments I potentially, there's a couple of tournaments I want to try to enter at least one of them. Sorry, a couple of tournaments this weekend. I want to try to at least enter one of them, but I'm a little worried about trying to practice with my team on the ladder. Especially after, but I'm also kind of worried about the tournament, especially after the last competition I did, the mid-season showdown. I am low-key very worried about how my team's gonna fare in all of these situations. Also, I need to check something. I hit the wrong button. I need to check something. Let's go to Pokeportal real quick. Get our little mystery gift update, because the Hisuian Samurott event should be starting right now. I'm gonna check Cerebi and see what moves it's running. Because usually these are deceptively hard, or not as easy as they should be. Okay, so 80% is when it sets up its shield. Has Ceaseless Edge, Razor Shell, X-Scissor, Sacred Sword. So grass types are kind of off the table because of X-Scissor. So that's going to be very interesting. Let's see where these Samurott events are. Okay, actually I got one right near me. Sweet. Okay. I think I'm going to try this first one with my Miraidon. Ooh, Miraidon. I have to take... Maybe not Miraidon, because that would be a bit of a pain to try to set up for. Grass types are out for this. Chestnut might not be so bad, but I think I'm gonna use my Breloom. My Breloom has Leech Seed and Toxic Heal. That might help. I know with Ceaseless Edge, I'm gonna have to worry about spikes being set up as soon as it hits it, which is potentially problematic. Oh, no, that is an Ursaring. Oh, first egg of the batch, ready to go. How was everyone else's week? Anything interesting happen? Or, Like I said, it has been a very, very long week for me. Sunday, unfortunately, due to like a build of errands and stuff, I just, was not up to streaming. Actually, no, Appleton might not be a good idea because of X-Scissor. I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but I'm gonna start with Breloom, see how that works out. See how well I can solve. I know how this works. I should be waiting to see what the best strategies are. That's what I did with Hisuian Typhlosion, where I wound up just using a That's fun. Because that could easily kind of solo Samurott, not Samurott, Typhlosion. Alright, let's see. It's gonna Swords Dance turn 1, which is a bit of a problem. But, as long as it doesn't have any flying type moves, I should be able to set off a Leech Seed and try to... Fuck, that does a lot. I want to see how much I get back from... Oh, Bulldoze. That's not good. I guess that's how it deals with electric types. Oh, not Leech Seed. See how much I get back. That's not bad. It's not a bad amount. Not a great amount, but it's not bad. See what Seed Bomb does. This probably won't work. Yeah. Okay. So I think I need to find a better strategy here. For now, I think I'll leave it, and we'll go back to hatching eggs. Maybe try to check out some of the regular raid dens. Because, yeah, Breloom's not going to cut this. And if it has Bulldoze, I don't want to risk bringing a Miraidon in. Especially after, like, the last week or so. Things have been a little, for me. Needed to take Sunday off. And hopefully, hopefully this coming Sunday isn't too sure. Alright, let's head to Cortando and let's check out that Fairy Den, because I do need Fairy Terror Shards. Fairy Terror Shards are actually something that would be potentially helpful for me. Like, I think right now, if you guys want to see what the team I'm looking to run for if I can do the tournaments this weekend. This is the team I'm looking at here. We've got my Galarian Moltres from the International Challenge. I got from the International Challenge. One of the International Challenges for Sword and Shield. I've got Lassie, my Arcanine, who is Intimidate, Choice Band, Terra Fairy, E-Speed, Terra Blast, Rock Slide. I've got my bog standard Iron Hands, Assault Vest, and all that stuff. I'm actually using Iron Bundle for the first time in competitive, so this should be interesting. It's actually, when I was testing on Showdown, it was a toss-up between Iron Bundle and Regieleki. And honestly, Iron Bundle, even though it doesn't have the speed control I would have liked, like right now, my only form of speed control is Tailwind on Moltres. But Iron Bundle has actually done pretty well for me. Of course, I've got Aaron, who I'm most likely going to be bringing to every single battle, because this thing is... Like, one of the huge things I have here is, like, there's a lot of debuffs. Like, you have Intimidate on Lassie, you have Parting Shot and Spirit Break on Aaron, and then, of course, Starbucks bringing in the Strength Sap. So, that's kind of the thing I'm looking at with this. The only downside is stuff like Defiant are things I'm really going to have to worry about. Because, like, the thing I noticed with the tournament I had done, the mid-season showdown I'd done a couple of weeks ago, was that my team was really doing badly against debuffs and stuff, and I really had no way of debuffing outside of, like, the odd chance of Bleak Wind Storm landing. I am a little worried, though, about this team, just because... partially just because, like, of how poorly I did at the last competition I was in. But also, like, I feel like I don't have a dedicated speed control support Pokemon. And I'm worried I don't have time to try to get another team together and get comfortable. Because I can't use rental teams, obviously, for Premier Challenges, Mid-Season Showdowns, or Regionals. I think that's 4 eggs, so... be 1 left, yep. But I know once the Indigo Disc comes back, so many of my favorite competitive Pokemon. Ooh, okay, Volcarona. Means I can't use Steel types against this. Huh. Okay, need to figure out what the best course of action is going to be against a Terra Fairy Volcarona. I mean, I have my Slowbro, but it's not ready. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Put it on the... I don't have a lot, really. This, I'll have to improvise. I think I'll just go for Ursula. I'll try out Ursaluna, see how that works. Won't be able to heal up, which is a problem. So Ursaluna and Iron Hands are probably my best options. But we'll see how much a Belly Drum Guts Boosted Facade will do. And work from there. Yeah, the only thing I'm really gonna have to worry about with the only thing I know for sure that I besides the speed issue with my team, not as fast as I would usually like to run a team. The only other thing I know for sure I'm gonna have to worry about with the team is gonna be like if there's stuff like King Gambit or Annihilate. Like I was originally considering bringing like Annihilate, like using my Annihilate Mousehold team, but I'm a little worried about how that's going to work for me. Like I have an Annihilate Mousehold team pretty much ready. That actually doesn't do too badly. Amnesia, you boost your special defense, that's not too bad. Alright. Oops. Need 2 more attacks. I have my boosts, right? Yeah. My guts. I've got my guts up. Let's see how much Headlong Rush does. Not a whole lot since my Ursaluna just got knocked out, but we'll see how much it does after I set up a Belly Drum next. Ooh. I just realized we might have a problem with that. Alright, let's see how much I get set up here. Flamethrower might do more than half. Oh, it doesn't do more than half. Okay. I'll have to use a heal. I'll have to use a heal cheer, though, because there's no way to survive. I need like. Okay, that's a significant amount. As long as it doesn't crit me, I should be able to hit it with a Headlong Rush. Not great, but I don't have to worry about the burn damage. Oh, fuck off. Well, I guess we'll just go for the Facade. Because at least that does the extra damage because of the burn. let's just go for the headlong rush and how much that does without the... not terrible. I gotta put Heavy Slam back on my... If I had Heavy Slam on my Iron Hands, that could have been potentially helpful. Yeah, I just realized I have a Heatran that could probably work really well, because I don't think this has Quiver Dance. So I got the Guts boost back up, which is good. And Terra Grand doesn't do me much good. I'm gonna set up the Belly Drum again. And... because the sun's gone, it's doing less damage off of most of its attacks, so I have that kind of going in my favor. Tailwind. Use the first turn to set up a Tailwind. Then I should be able to nuke this thing with a Terra boosted Headlong Rush. Yeah, stuff like Whimsicott and I did watch Austin John's video, so I know a lot of the Pokemon that are going to be coming back, and like we knew Incineroar was coming back for this, but like the fact that Whimsicott is coming back is something that actually really excites me, because Whimsicott is honestly probably one of my favorite Tailwind users, because it kind of offers way better support than like the oh, it does have Quiver Dance. That's bad. It might be faster than me now. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, good. Whew. But yeah, I kind of like Whimsicott better than the Forces of Nature in terms of like, well, I mean, I don't hate using Landorus Incarnate, but like, I feel like Whimsicott's kind of a better Tailwind setter in my opinion. Plus, it gets access to Helping Hand, so you know you fit that in on a team with some better redirection, and I think that's gonna be something that I run on a lot of my competitive teams. And I still have Potato, which is Potato was the Whimsicott I ran in a lot of... Uh-oh. Oh, man. Who redeemed that? Who redeemed that? Hey, AJ, how you doing? Thank you for redeeming the big meaty man slapping mate. Racing. Oh, you just wanted to know what that sound effect did, didn't you? I don't blame you. Also, I think the game might have glitched. I know it's... Yes! Oh, thank you for the Scissor Me redemption. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of new sounds in there now. Just waiting to be tested out. A lot of them are, of course, wrestling related. Trying to remember what the other ones I put in are, because it's been a little bit since. Oh, we got -5 stars. Fucking bullshit. Yeah. I only had like a handful of alerts left, but I definitely wanted to try to get some more wrestling related stuff in there. Let's find... I don't have any other dens right now here, but... see what the... Flying Den, okay. Got some interesting outbreaks. Well, we got 3 outbreaks. We got Pichu, we got Illumise, and we've got Nodu. So how you doing, AJ? Let's see if that gets rid of the little more move info error I was getting down there. I can't believe we're already, what, 2 weeks away? 2 weeks or so away from the launch of the Indigo disc. I am definitely... Oh, I did not get rid of it. I might have to actually log out of the game to fix that. I'm very intrigued by, like, I saw the video, I didn't see the video Joe from Cerebi posted, but I did see the video Austin John posted on the subject, and I'm very interested in the fact that, it seems like, earmuffs if you don't want any spoilers on this, but, wanna use you? I think it has ice, but I think I'm gonna use Iron Hand. I'm very interested in the fact that everything seems to be double battles based, and it looks like you're really gonna have to EV train your team if you're going into this, or like really like try to calibrate your move sets. I think that's something that can... I don't think it's gonna be like super great practice, but it can get me back into the mindset of like working with double battles. Plus, like, if you want to use Smeargle, double battles are kind of the only way you can really set up the moves you want to have your Pokemon, your Smeargle running. Especially like now that Smeargle is officially back in the competitive scene. Like, that's gonna be something you're really gonna have to look out for. Okay, I think that fixed... No, maybe it did. Belly drum. Jesus. Oh, this might have Swift Swim. Let's... I was hoping Hyper Pump would miss. That's fine, I don't need the flying gems. I'll just go back to hatching my eggs. Also, the fact that Terra Shards seem to be, like, all over the place throughout the biome is going to be... Oh, sorry, the terrarium is going to be very, I think, very helpful for trying to get those, Terra type changes that you're eventually going to need. One thing I find interesting, but also kind of a relief, is that it kind of forces you to go through the story in order to unlock the starters in the wild. I think that's something that, or at least that's the theory people are having, because I know the at least from the clips from what the stories I've seen from like IGN and Cerebi, getting to play an early, I won't say an early build, but like the pre-launch version of the Indigo disc. Like, I assume there's probably still some kinks that need to be worked out in the code. Like, at this point, they're just trying to put some finishing touches to make it, you know, not make the Switch explode on boot. Excuse me. Like, I doubt they'll be able to fix like the frame rate issues, like what you saw with that trainer up ahead, where like it seems like he's skipping every other frame. Actually, I want to double check the Annihilate team I have. I haven't had much practice with, but this is kind of my Annihilate team. It has, of course, Ting Lu, as well as playing our Soul, Throat Spray Komo-O. And then Starbucks is the last member of that team. Like right now, Sinistra is the Pokemon I kind of use a lot. I'm actually going to give Chili's a Clear Amulet. I think, just because I know Arcanine is going to be a huge problem with this team. This is the only other team I've been kind of looking at potentially using. I'm a little worried it's a little too niche. I'm probably just gonna do a coin flip when I start setting up the team, because I kind of have an idea of how this team's gonna work. I just haven't practiced. I have had practice with the Moltres team, but it just doesn't have the. I'm worried it doesn't have the speed I'm gonna be looking for. But that's one thing I've always. I've tried to have a lot of on my team is speed, like with that Trick Room mode. But I also know that like having a Dark type would be super helpful, because Psy-Spam every tournament of the 3 competitions I've done, the Premier Challenge, the Mid-Season Showdown, and Regionals, the teams that gave me the most trouble were Psy-Spam teams, so Dark or Ghost are almost feel like a must at this point. And even like really fast taunters. That's why or Encore users. That's why I have. That's part of the reason why I use Iron Bundle on the Moltres team and Mousehold. Well, that's there's 2 reasons, of course, for that. The Mousehold having Friend Guard and being just a good common pair with Annihilate. But also, it's a fast taunter. Because the other option would be, Imprison to try to prevent Trick Room from happening. Wait, what's that? No, I think that's just a regular Morpeko. A regular Morpeko. Thank you for the snack. One thing I actually find interesting that I've seen is that I saw in the Austin John clips talking about Indigo Disc is it seems like for a lot of Pokemon the Alolan forms are actually going to be the more common spawn we see. So like at least when it comes to Blueberry Academy, so like Alolan Golem potentially is going to be there, Alolan Exeggutor as opposed to just standard Cantonian Exeggutor. So that's kind of interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, there's one Pokemon I'm surprised I haven't been seeing a lot on the ladder, and that's or even just when I've been testing on Showdown. And that is what Pokemon it is now. It's Electrode, just because it's a fast taunter that can also set up screens. Excuse me. But like between like the moves that have already been announced, like we're getting a lot more Isle of Armor tutor moves coming in as well. Like, I think Triple Axle was confirmed. Expanding Force is confirmed to be getting its own TM again. Well, it wasn't TM before, it was a straight up tutor move. But I'm also curious to see, like, what other moves are going to be brought in as craftable TMs. And just especially since, like, it seems very much like this is just continuing the theme of Pokemon making the competitive scene a lot more accessible. You know, with, you know, all the, basically every single trainer battle, including with the Blueberry Academy Elite Four, seeming to focus a lot more on double battles, which coincidentally is the official metagame for competitive Pokemon. I don't think that's a coincidence. Look at all the no-do. All 3 of them. 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 of them. 8. Excuse me, do you mind not running into me while I'm hatching this egg? Kinda rude. Alright, so I think that's the last egg in the batch. No, I got one more. Okay. Very easy to lose count of this. Hello, Mudbray. Another Pokemon I was kind of considering was going to be Dragonite for a team. Just because Intimidate was giving me so many problems. Like, you kind of need... It kind of seems like you need something to counter Intimidate. Heading in, especially with how... Like, I don't know how... I admittedly have not looked at the, admittedly have not looked at, the results from LAIC. Like, I know those tend to be a good indicator of, like, what, will likely be seen at stuff like a Premier Challenge or a Mid-Season Showdown. I know that was a mistake where because basically every team that gave me a problem at the Mid-Season Showdown, okay, I only did 3 battles, but most of the teams had Hisuian Arcanine with Intimidate, which I just couldn't work my way around, essentially. Just couldn't figure out a way to work around, and then, like, with a combination of that and then just, like, I kind of got in my own head at a certain point. Are you shiny, or are you just... Oh. I have to do a side-by-side comparison on Grubbins here, because, like, I'm pretty sure that looks like a shiny Grubbin. Ooh, actually, something else I did this weekend. I watched the new Scott Pilgrim anime on Netflix. I fucking loved. It was great. Like, there were, like, serious points where I was, like, legitimately cackling during it. Like, that's how much fun I had watching that. Like, I love how it was almost like a companion piece to both the movie and the graphic novels they were based off of. It wasn't like a straight one-to-one adaptation of the story. Like they let you know that pretty early on. That they're not just straight up taking things from the book. This is fairly original story here. Not just up the count. You pink? No. It also seems like, unlike with Sword and Shield, I think you could kind of access the DLC areas at pretty much any time. It kind of seems like here, you're basically going to be required to clear not only the main story of Scarlet and Violet, but the story for the Teal Mask as well, which I think, for those of you who watched me who watched the story playthrough for the Teal Mask, it was very clear that this is like a continuous story we're getting. It's not just like, oh, you can access this at any time. Like, because I think as soon as, with Sword and Shield, I think as soon as you get access to Ledgehurst Station, you can access the DLC areas. Is that shiny? No. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so these are Fiona eggs, I can tell you that right now. No, that's a Pichu. I don't care if you're shiny or not. Normal den. I was kind of hoping that was a fairy den. Thought that was yellow for a second. Well, it's almost daytime, so they're about to despawn anyways. It would've been funny if, like, after all the stress I put myself through trying to find a shiny Illumines, I wound up just finding one by accident. It would've been like, I won't say like a Drifloon all over again, because Drifloon was kind of a different beast. One thing I'm definitely gonna have to do though, before I head into the Indigo, or before I head into competitive for the Indigo Disc, is I definitely want to make sure I get Parting Shot on my Incineroar, because Incineroar I think is gonna make a really solid support Pokemon to bring in. That's probably, along with my Whimsicott, Incineroar is probably going to be on a lot of teams I put together. Probably going to be running Snarl on it too. And honestly, I don't know if I'd go Leftovers or Clear Amulet. Probably running some of that. Maybe with max attack, I don't know. Maybe Because I know with one of my rental teams, I have a bunch of rental teams I've been kind of using for the ladder. Because I've been getting like the worst luck on matchups. Like I haven't even made it out of Great Ball tier when I've tried to go on a ladder. Partially because like I've had like disconnect issues still. It's kind of why I'm worried. Another reason why I'm worried about tomorrow. Like I straight up don't know if my Switch will stay online long enough for me to do battles. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd like to try to get some practice on the ladder before trying out any Premier challenges this weekend, I'd probably be just doing Rise of the Tomb Raider on both Friday and Saturday. And that's that it. One more egg. I'd actually head to Area 0 for a bit if I'm perfectly. I will cross that bridge. Head to it. Is it weird though that I keep expecting Clefairy to be a nighttime spawn? I feel like it's supposed to be a nighttime spawn. Right, so I think there's a Flabébé in here. I can tell you that for certain, but that's about all I could tell you. Alright, let's head to Area 0. Let's also see what we... Winkalone, Rufflet, Houndoom, Jumpluff, Redent, and Seviper. Oh, and Lovedis. And also Spidops. I missed the Spidops. But like, I think the final total Austin John was looking at for the Pokédex here is it looks like we're only going to be missing about 270 Pokemon. That just won't be playable in, or as of right now, probably won't be playable in Scarlet and Violet. Unless they do something, they eventually kind of phase in the rest through trans. I thought that was purple for a second. Through Pokebank transfers, like how Sun and Moon handle, which I think, honestly, is not a bad way to incorporate other like, because I know they do that with some Pokemon. Like, the Legendaries are an example of that. Right now, the Sinnoh starters are you can either just send them in through a transfer, or The egg you get from Jacques gets you one of the Sinnoh starters, or you could just transfer in the rest. I kind of low-key hope they'll eventually do that, but at the same time, at the same time, with how buggy Scarlet and Violet has been ever since launch, even with all the patches, I would be lying if I wasn't a bit reserved about the idea of adding in more Pokemon than necessary. You know, especially just because I remember how finicky coding, or how finicky web code can be, or any kind of coding can be. Where, like, if you miss a comma somewhere, suddenly everything falls apart, right? Like, it's why I've always said this. I love Scarlet and Violet, but it's probably the most fun I've had playing a Pokemon game. But this was clearly a rushed product. You know, I mean, the games have been out for a year, and we're still getting bugs like the move info thing getting stuck there until I went into another raid den. Or what else I'm trying to think. You know, I've been lucky in that I haven't had like a lot of stability issues or crashes, and thank God I never had the save data bug that a small enough portion that it wasn't a problem, but a large enough portion that people were scared it was going to happen to them. I was glad I never ran into that problem myself. No, instead I get frequent disconnects when I try to go on the ladder. Hello, Iron Thorns. Actually, one Pokemon I wouldn't mind using at some points for Rigoraph, just because, like, priority, I think, I haven't seen as much priority used against me, aside from, like, fake out Rillaboom and Iron Hands, but you know, something like Armor Tail or just something that can hold off, that can prevent those priority moves from landing. Could also potentially be something I should consider putting on a team. Hey, remember what I said about this game being a buggy, unfinished mess? Aye. Also, you are being very rude, my friend. Very rude. We have a full team, so I will deal with you in a second. Uh-oh. I should have taken some time to get some more, So I didn't even know Corviknight could come in here. But yeah, right up there. You got all those Palmy kind of just up in the ceiling. For no reason. Fancy Sneasel. I'll try to pick up as many of these berries as I can. Oh, and Valiant? Actually, a support Iron Valiant is something I might consider, because I know Iron Valiant gets access to Trick Room, Imprison, and Wide Guard, along with Gallade. If it wasn't for following me, I would assume that would be a great way to shut down, or a not terrible way, I should say, to shut down, one of the bigger problems with Psy Spam, which is obviously Trick Room and Wide Guard. It's not great, like, honestly. If Archelodon had would get access to Stalwart as an ability, that would probably be something I'd consider putting on a team, just because that Gible is walking on air. Just because redirection is such a pain in the ass to deal with. Actually, I'm mispronouncing it. It's got, I think it's Archelodon, not Archelodon. Also, I don't know where where the names were actually revealed, but I think we finally got the names of the Entei and Terrakion Paradox forms that we're going to be getting. If I remember correctly, I think Entei is going to be called Royal Beast, and Terrakion is going to be called Iron Hooves. I'm going to double check this, but might have been in data mine. Oh, it was a potential indigo disk leak. Huh. Interesting. Soup. Is that purple? No. Yeah, so there was just a leak that was talking about it's a potential leak. There's no, I think, actual it's a trusted source supposedly, but until we actually see it, that's just kind of what I have. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm rambling right now. What the fuck? How long have you been in there, ma'am? That was... Oy vey. Oh, I still got one more. Oh, Jesus. No. Ah! Get me the fuck out of here! Okay, we're good. A lot of Farigiraf and Girafarig around right now. Yeah, it also seems like pretty much. I think this was something I kind of figured as well, from what I got with the Austin John video. It seems very much like the Paradox Trios, the swords, the Paradox Swords of Justice, and the Paradox Jotonian Beasts are both not going to be accessible until you clear the Blueberry Academy story. Then you would return to Area Zero as kind of a post-game for the DLC. Which I'm assuming for the DLC, it's mostly you deal with Kieran and whatever is causing him to go cuckoo bananas. And then you would go to Area Zero, and I would assume that would be where this generation's way of catching past legendaries, as well as the Paradox Trios. I'm gonna refer to them as the Paradox Trios because they're obviously the Paradox forms of legendary trios of Unova and Johto. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of find it interesting that those were the Paradox forms they went with, when Blueberry Academy is pretty much, like, I won't say pretty much confirmed, it is confirmed that Blueberry Academy is in Unova. And I don't remember if they said it straight up or if it's just a theory, but I would assume Kitakami is probably somewhere between Johto and Sinnoh, or near Johto and Sinnoh. Especially considering, like, just the sheer amount of Jotonian and Sinnohian Pokemon available in Kitakami. I mean, granted, there's also, you know, Unovan Pokemon. You know, stuff like, Ducklet and Swanna. I'm actually gonna, oh, eggs are done. Alright. So before I start my next batch of eggs, I think I'm just gonna take a quick little, break to use the facilities and go grab myself a beverage. I will be back in just a bit. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. A little bit longer than I was expecting, but we're back. Hey. Anyways. I have no idea what I'm... Yeah, it's fine. Alright, anyways, okay, well, you're a bird, at least. So you walking on air kind of makes... No, you're falling. Goodbye. Had to make sure that wasn't shiny. And here we are. One thing I was considering actually doing in the new year was, I already signed up for Metafy. I'm actually thinking of, maybe looking for a coach to try to help me figure, kind of teach me more of the, finer points of AGC, so I'm not constantly asking, like, hey, is this okay, is this okay, is this okay, and driving myself nuts trying to put together a team on Peakalytics. Also probably sign up for therapy. That's a secondary thing. Actually, that's probably more important, but whatever. Ah, Jesus. Alright. Here. Thing there? No. Oh boy. So I'm about to be swarmed by Gibble, which I don't think is quite very good. I'm speaking Irish for some reason. Tar. Ah, Jesus. There they are. Yep. Get the heck out of here. One more egg. I'm gonna guess it's a Fiona, but I've been wrong before. I actually wonder if the internet problems I was having was less my connection itself and more having, oh, I don't think it was. I was gonna say having my DS and Switch kind of going at the same time, but unless you actively connect to the internet on your 3DS, it's not really there doing anything, right? Eggs again. Oh my god! What? Shiny Garganical? Alright, let's hope this works. Oh, thank God. random ass shiny Garganical. It's been a while since we've had just a random ass shiny Pokemon we've run into. There's a Garganical stuck in the wall for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I need to see if the Garganical's marked before we do anything else. Not marked, but he's got a good nature. Or she's got a good nature. Impish is not terrible for Garganical, to be honest. To double check the Dreepy. Alright. Actually, I think the last time we were in Area 0 hunting, we got the random shiny iron iron hands. It's funny, I actually let go of the control stick at the exact time I was gonna naturally stop due to the egg. That up to 33, 35. I completely forgot I have a belly bolt that I could. Bulldoze is an issue, but I have a shell bell. Well, I mean, by the time tomorrow comes around, I think Austin John Plays will have a tutorial up on like some suggested builds that'll work for the Hisuian Samurott event. I mean, it doesn't matter too much to me, if I'm perfectly honest. I do them even though I already have the shinies. I just do it for the sake of FOMO. I don't really need to use it to shiny hunt. But I think, if I remember correctly, this is, I think, gonna be our last 7-star event before the DLC drops. But kind of curious to see what the if they're just gonna work their way through the rest of the starters, kind of as the like between the launch of the Indigo Disc and the I guess the launch of Gen 10 when that eventually comes out, because like I can't imagine we have more than like I want to say a year or two left before we get our final before they announce. I would hope get a little bit longer, just to get a longer lead time and development time for Gen 10, but I just, knowing the Pokemon Company, like, I can't imagine we're not heading into the restricted meta within the next year. Although I'm also very interested to see how the restricted meta changes, if at all, with the nerf Zacian got to Intrepid Sword, where instead of giving it an instant +1 boost when it every time it switches into just a +1 boost once for the entire battle. Like, I think the interesting thing about that is, you know, even though it still has that ridiculously high attack stat, Intimidate, I think, is going to be something, to factor in now a lot more often when it comes to Zacian specifically, just because you can't kind of offset the Intimidate anymore by just switching back in and getting your +1 right back. Here we go. Down here, and there's a TM I never picked up before. Huh. Misty terrain. Okay. Ah! I'm stuck in the rocks. Alright. Nothing else to see here, but I know there's the Sableye Cave over by Research Station 3? I think I can get to without too much trouble. Maybe? That's the waterfall takes you back down to like the deepest part of areas. Oh. Oh crap. Who put that there? Oh wait, I don't want to go here. Oh well, I'm already here. Oh, let's go back to Research Station 3 and find that cave. Would be right over there. Ah, shit. I should switch my eggs. I was just thinking about that right as it was like, did I run out of eggs again? Yeah, I ran out of eggs again. Oops. I'm missing one. Oops. Go for the Corviknight. Lycanroc. And a shiny Floatzel. That's 2 shinies in the span of, what, 20 minutes? Sea Weasel. Ah. Hello, hands. Hello, things that are not hands. Alright, let's just go into Research Station 3 and go back up to the Zero Gate. also just realized it's kind of a shame that we don't really get to see, outside of the Academy Ace tournament, we don't really get to see Arvin, Nimona, or Penny again. Like, it seems like it's mostly gonna be Carmen and Kieran again at Blueberry Academy, which is fine. Like, I kind of like the arcs Carmen and Kieran seem to be, or at least Kieran in particular seems to have set for him for throughout the DLC. Yeah. That egg took a while to pop up. Alright, while I'm here. I want to see if I can try to get myself a shiny Terrakion, because no matter how hard I tried, I could not get a shiny Cobalion during that raid event. I think I did like 35 Cobalion raids. Not a single one. Not a single one was shiny. Leak duck. Battery left. This one, nope. This one. Like a bunch of random numbers. This one might not work. We'll try it. Gift. And ride around until we can find our these, I think, are probably going to be Fiona eggs. Oh, here we go. Our Iraqian raid. Well, this turns out... I gotta be careful because I'm getting near Tauros territory, so I think I already upped the count. Okay, have 5 of the 8 players we have here. 5 members are from Team Mystic, 3 are from Team Valor. I think at this point when it comes to Pokemon Go, does anyone really give a shit about like what team anyone's on at this point? Nope. Not marked. I don't know, I guess I find it interesting now. Who's on what team. Like, I still prefer Mystic because I like the fact that it costs less candy to evolve Pokemon. Alright, so I'm gonna have to charge my phone after this raid is done. I'm gonna fly to Cortando real quick. Here we go. It's Psychic Boost. There's a Mega Gardevoir, I guess. Close combat, that's great. Okay, so that's Terrakion down. Second raid of the event. See if we can get ourselves a shiny Terrakion. See if I can get at least 2 out of the 3. Alright. 3, 2, 1. No shiny. Pretty damn close to a hundo, I think. That's a new batch, so we'll call that 33. These Swords of Justice raids, man, are just such a pain in the ass. Like, it's not even that they're hard to finish, especially now that I found out, like, you can use, Leak Duck's website to kind of, just jump straight in on joining on other people's raids. But, especially the cost of raid passes and stuff is ridiculous. I wonder if there's also going to be like maybe any new items that get introduced in the Indigo Disc. Like, I know with Teal Mask we had the I mean, obviously there's going to be whatever, like, if the rumors are true, whatever evolution item you need to evolve Diplin, as well as hey, Dragonflame, how you doing, bud? I think, like, potentially if there's an item you need to evolve, need a bit of help with the new decks? Sure, what do you need? I might need to transfer a Pokemon in from Pokemon Home to do it, but what do you need, Oh, shit. Bad puppy. You're lucky. You're lucky. I like dogs. You're lucky I'm a dog person. Trade Evo need to get done, need someone. Yeah, sure. Hopefully my internet holds up for it, because like my Switch has been having some connection problems recently. I'll give it a shot. Oh shit. How many more? Oh, that's it for the... Okay. Let me check. Alright. This Pokemon I can figure out a Pokemon Home, like Kramer has Scarlet exclusive, like a dragon and a Violet with Home. Yeah, fair enough. It's just the trade Evos at the... Yeah. I get you. I don't remember what the trade Evos would be. I guess Golem would be one, if you don't already have it in Pokemon Home. Politoed probably be another one, because you need a King's Rock to evolve that. Trade it. Thankfully, Trevenant can actually be found in the Timeless Woods. But yeah, I think Politoed... What are the trade Evos that you really need to worry about? Politoed and Conkeldurr, I think. Right? Might be more, but... Oh, yeah, I had the different Ogerpon forms that were registered. Wellspring and... You know, it's funny. I actually don't think I've run into a single Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon online. Or in any competition. I have to find Politoed Raid Den. Oh, nice. Alright, so... Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is, I think, only one you'd need. I think it's the only trade Evo. Let me take a look at the Kitakami decks real quick. Oh wait, Conkeldurr and Dusk Noir, if I remember correctly, are trade Evos. Milotic is another one you'd probably need. Conkeldurr, Dusk Noir, Milotic. The trade Evos are there in this? Oh, okay. Well, that's a relief. So then, Conkeldurr and Dusk Noir. Conkeldurr, Dusk Noir, and Golem if you don't already have that. I don't think there's any other trade Evos. None that I can think of off the top of my head, because... Stone, Happiness, Ancient Power, lose 300 HP, 342 HP without fainting, knock out a bunch of Bisharp, or knock out 3 Bisharp, level up in the rain. As a legend, that's all about I need. Okay, so Golem, Conkeldurr, and what was the other one? Dusk Noir. I might only have shinies in here. Let me double check. Oh, you got Golem already? Okay, so Dusk Noir and Kinkelder then. I think Dusk Noir. I might have to get it from Pokemon Home. Let's go to search. Species. Majority you need show up at night. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. So E. Noir. Okay, I don't have one of those in here, so transfer in Dusk Noir. I think I have a Kinkelder in game. Should, in theory, have a Kinkelder. I do. Okay. Trade Evos that show up at night. So Trevenant has to be. I think. Can Trevenant spawn during the day? I'm actually not sure. Gotta go to Timeless Woods and check that out. Not Trade Evos, just Pokemon that show up at night in general. Okay. Alright, but like, Illumise, Volbeat, stuff like that. Yeah, let me tell you, those were a pain in the ass to shiny hunt. I think Gligar is also a Scarlet exclusive. Ooh, okay. Yep, that's fair. Gligar you can get from Dusknoir you could probably also get from Legends Arceus too, because there's the alpha in the Cobalt Coastlands. So at this point it would be, yeah. But realistically, it's... yeah, Kinkelder, pretty much. I do like that, how, like, if you can afford the you know, the cost of like all the games, it does make, and it's in Sword and Shield, but I don't know how. Yeah, I get that. Alright, I can do a touch trade for my Kinkelder if you want. I'm trying to think, like, what else? Just like give me a list of like what you would need, and I'll I can do a touch trade for some of them. But yeah, the what is it? The especially with like I'm convinced that the the Indigo Disc the battle's gonna, there's Hoot Hoot. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me get you a Hoot Hoot right now. Actually need that. I saw a Hoot Hoot here. Oh, there's one. Managed to get a knocked out from a den too. That's cool, yeah. Hoot Hoot and Knocked Owl aren't so bad compared to some of the other spawns, but I can understand, you know. Oh shit. Woo! Just barely avoided level ups, or sorry, evolutions. But now I have to spam the B button. Apom, go away. Huh. That actually worked. Oh, no, wait. Gonna say Cleffa, but again, yep. I'm actually surprised Hoot Hoot and Knocked Owl aren't in Legends. I forgot they weren't. Out of here, let me... Okay, good. Oh, you're right there. Yeah, everyone's having a good... Yep, how you doing, Short Queer Bear? Supposed to be something in the past. They probably weren't around at the time. Fair enough. Also, I think Knocked Owl is radar only. If I remember correctly. In Sinnoh. Which means you because I think, with the exception of the Magby and Elekid lines, and like a couple of Hisuian native Pokemon, like, you know, Zorua, and the starters, I think most of the Hisuian Pokemon are just Pokemon that are in the standard Sinnoh decks. Actually doing a Masuda Roulette hunt for Zangoose and Duskull. Oof. Good luck with that, bud. Yeah, I hunted Zangoose the hard way. I had to, well, the hard-ish way. I had to reset for outbreaks. TV, yeah. Home is like a godsend for people looking to complete their Pokédex. That's the one thing, like... I mean, compared to other stuff, it's not as big an issue to deal with, because it's like, what, $5 a year you have to pay, and that's it? Like, compared to some of the other, like... service you'd have to pay for you know, like if you say want certain legendaries where you need like the Sword and Shield DLC or the Scarlet and Violet DLC where you got to get like the full game and then the DLC, or like if you want an Enamorus. Yeah, there's a Pokemon we're probably never gonna see in competitive unless we get some kind of IV reduction item. It's just the sheer pain in the ass it is to try to get like good IVs on an Enamorus. Like, you'd basically need to play through Legends Arceus multiple times to get the right EVs IVs for an Enamorus. Also, I know I've said this before, but the fact that you can get Hisuian Basculin and Basculegion, I say Hisuian Basculin, White Stripe Basculin and Basculegion here in Kitakami, and Stantler is available here in Kitakami, but not Wordier, is just... makes no goddamn sense to me. Like, no Hisuian Sneasel, I can kind of understand. You could argue they went extinct. You know, the Ursaluna that's somehow here, the Blood Moon Ursaluna that's somehow here. I have a DLC theory for y'all. Paldia and Kitakami. When we complete the Pokedex, we get a certain charm. What do you think the Uwa Pokedex charm will do? I honestly don't know, because, like, if it's going off of Sword and Shield, the Tundra Dex, all you really got was a bottle cap or something. Oh, wow. That's lucky. I don't know, because, like, I don't really know what other charms you could have, because I think you get the catch charm. It kind of seems like a bit of a letdown to just do the catch charm. Because, like, if we haven't already gotten it. Talk to my buddy about that. A great idea. What if we give us charm, like, or Mystica drops? That would be helpful, actually. I mean, it's really only super useful for shiny hunters, but then again, the Terra charms, the glittering charm, which gives you more Terra shard drops, that's really only good for the competitive scene. Which is like, it's niche, but it's also a niche that Pokemon has been leaning more into, especially recently. And like even with the Indigo Disc, supposedly they'll be leaning more into that with, like, you know, supposedly. Well, I say supposedly. This has actually been confirmed. Earmuffs if you don't want to hear about this, but I know Joe from Cerebi and the people from IGN and a whole bunch of other gaming sites, they got early access to a short demo of the Indigo Disc. And supposedly all the trainer battles are going to be double battles. Which is kind of interesting because, you know, I say this as someone who's just really started kind of taking competitive Pokemon a little more seriously, but the official competitive meta of Pokemon is doubles. But, like, even, I think the initial trailer seemed to focus that, like, a lot of the Blueberry Academy stuff was going to be very much battle-focused. But, like, you know, the stories that I was hearing, even, I think, when... You get Blood Moon Ursaluna as part of the Kitakami story. It's a side quest, almost. Which, that's more the entry you would get for Ursaluna in the Kitakami Dex. Like, because there's a trainer, like, once you collect 150 Pokemon in the Pokedex, you talk to her, she'll take you to Timeless Woods where you can catch the Blood Moon Ursaluna. There's only one in the game. I have two because I have Scarlet and Violet. Well, I actually have two of each special Pokemon, so I have two Ogerpon, two Okidogi, two Monkey-Dory, two Pheasantipity, and two Blood Moon Ursalunas. It's special, yeah. In more than one way. Unlike standard Hisuian Ursaluna, Blood Moon Ursaluna is actually a dedicated special attacker. How do you not have a dust? I have no idea. If you want, I will go and catch you one. I've still got time before they disappear. And they're all over Oni Mountain. It's like Hoot Hoot. You can kind of find them all over the place at night, but it's... nighttime is so goddamn short here sometimes. Oh look, a dust skull. Actually, you can. The Sinnoh starters are transferable into, or as of the release of the Indigo Disc. Or sorry, not the Indigo Disc, the Teal Mask. Oh boy. Gotta spam the B button. Dumbass about to evolve. The Requiem Pokemon. Nope, sorry, you're gonna stay a dumbass forever. Oh shit, I have two Fuecoco that are about to evolve. You can have Shiny Turtle, yes. Okay. Oh shit. Actually, it's cool too because, Torterra got a massive buff in Gen 9. You can actually teach it Shell Smash now. Like, 2/3 of the Sinnoh starters actually got huge buffs in this generation. Empoleon got a really huge buff as well. It is, yeah. Empoleon's buff is actually, its hidden ability got changed. Because before this, Empoleon, the dedicated special attacker, had the hidden ability Defiant, which boosts your physical attack by 2 stages when you have a stat drop. Is that shiny? I don't think that is. That is ridiculous, yeah. Now, Empoleon has Competitive, which boosts its special attack by 2 stages. Unfortunately, Empoleon does not seem to get Scald this generation, so, yeah, you don't have a lot of... Yeah. Don't you just love when that happens? I forgot Litwick was a night spawn. Plus, the other interesting thing is, like, right near, like, one of the most common Litwick spawn areas, there's a Terra Lampent. Hey, congrats on finding your Cramorant. Let me see if I can find the village. Oh, the village is over that way. Quickly swap this out. Oh, and let's put the skull into box with Hoot Hoot. Okay, so I don't have a lot of eggs left to hatch. I'm gonna have to really go overtime on getting some eggs ready. As I figured you don't have Conkeldurr or Hoot Hoot. Fair enough. So I will touch trade you my Conkeldurr, and I'll give you the Hoot Hoot and Dust Skull. So it's daytime, which means we're gonna start seeing a lot less Hoot Hoot and a lot more less Hoot Hoot and Noctowl and a lot more Ducklet and Swanna. I forgot the name of the Pokemon for a second. while I'm hatching this next batch of eggs, there's a place I want to make sure you're aware of when it comes to Kitakami. Yep. That's the unfortunate thing. If you need Ekans, you're fine for that, but Ekans are just all over this grassland. To the point where I found this out the hard way. Apparently, if you try to breed for eggs here, there's sometimes a chance that instead of an egg, you'll find an Ekans fang, meaning I think the Ekans actually steal your eggs. Actually, there's one other Pokemon that got a huge, like, ability buff in... that I can think of off the top of my head that got a huge ability buff here. Shiftry. They got rid of its early bird ability, and now its second standard ability, instead of... So the two standard abilities you get, I think, are... Hang on, what are Shiftry's normal abilities? I need to open up... So, normally I think it's Chlorophyll and Early Bird as its standard ability. Yep, you can bring Vulpix over. Both Alolan and Cantonian. Uh-oh, egg hatching. Yeah, I think once the Indigo Disc comes out, I think there's only about, like... little under 300 Pokemon that won't be transferable, as far as I can tell. I mean, there's always a chance that with... Fun fact, Vulpix was the first legit mainline game shiny ever found. Nice! Yeah, so oh wait, you're on an ad right now. Shoot. Alright, I'll wait till the ad's done, then I'll come back, but, those of you who are watching on YouTube, there's an NPC here that will take you to, once you complete 150 Pokemon and Pokedex entries, there's an NPC here. She looks like Atamon from Legends Arceus. She will take you to Timeless Woods to do the Blood Moon Ursaluna event. Shame I can't go into the shed here. Another egg. I think realistically, there's only like a handful of legendaries and mythicals that, as of right now, are. I think Darkrai is the only mythical. Darkrai, maybe Keldeo, are the only mythicals you can't transfer over right now, as far as I can remember. And then that could easily change with the DLC, of course, or with the Teal Mask DLC, not the Teal Mask, the Indigo Disc. But, Swords of Justice as well, and the, a bunch of legendary Pokemon, actually. Like, I think most, if not all, of the Johto legendaries aren't transferable. Don't remember off the top of my head if Celebi is transferable or not. I know Mew is, because I used Mew for the, Blood Moon just showed up. Oh! Look at that! So you don't. I didn't need to tell you about the trainer, the NPC who looks exactly like Ataman. Fun fact: she also gives you a Hisuian Growlithe after all of this. I don't think it has the hidden ability. I think it's just a. Actually, I have my Hisuian Growlithe right here. The one she gave me. It's right here. So it does have its hidden ability. You have several of those? Yeah. I just have a whole bunch of extra Pokemon here. Oh, and I have the Arceus I used to hunt when I was hunting my Feebas. Shiny hunting Feebas. I have Regidrago I got from Pokemon Go. That was a pain in the ass. You do need Volbeat. Okay. I can touch trade you Jaime. Yes, I did name him after the Blue Beetle. Swap over T-Tar so I can keep all of the stuff I need to touch trade in one spot. It's actually funny because I think I used Jaime as part of the Kitakami prologue along with Davy Boy, my Okidogi. I think it was Okidogi, King Gambit, Volbeat, Okidogi, King Gambit, Volbeat, Hatterene, I think I had used a Hatterene on the team, Sinistcha, and I think I had a Blood Moon Ursaluna on the team, but I can't remember for certain. Oh, the Dex entries will still be there, but you do still have to, you do still get the chance to catch them. And you'll have a chance to crit catch the legendaries. Although Ogerpon and Blood Moon Ursaluna are actually interesting in that they kind of function like Terra raids. Oops. So, I mean, in theory, you could technically complete the Pokédex before you complete the before you even step foot in Kitakami. Like, the second you get the Pokédex, you'll have everything registered. But you have to evolve Mienfoo. Yeah, that's not gonna be so bad, because even if you don't have the experience candies or the rare candies, I need to get some eggs. I need eggs. What was I gonna say? There's always just going to the yeah, even without the candies, you can always just go make a normal sandwich outside the Team Star Fairy base and just knock out a bunch of Chansey. At least until they eventually start up Blissey Dens again. I actually gotta double check something. I might be short on... I don't remember how many Terra Shards I have left. But why am I looking in my PC for not Terra Shards. Experience Candy. What I was looking for. I don't have a lot. I I have a few left, but not like a crazy amount. I think the one thing I regret is I didn't do more of those Eevee dens. When the Eevee week was going on. Because I only did one for the shiny. No, but you also didn't have any eyes for a second there. Also, is it just me, or does it seem like this generation, more and more Pokemon took on more of a Digimon aesthetic? Like, between, Gimmighoul specifically looking like Caramon, oh, you know who Caramon is. Like, we used to talk about Digimon all the time as kids, if I remember correctly. Digimon from Metal Fusion. Ah, sorry, I was confused with someone else. My bad. That's Dragon Lord. Whoops. Hey, Palm, what were you waiting for? We're just kind of sitting out there like, hi. Like a purple popo. Alright, I get to listen up. Popo's about to teach you the pecking order. It goes you, the dirt, the worms inside of the dirt, Popo's stool, Kami, then Popo. Got a shiny spider. Nice! Congrats. Oh no. Oh, okay. Thankfully, Let's Go experience is a lot less than just in-person battles. Ooh. Uh-oh. Did want shiny Hitsui and Typhlosion. Oh, you evolved it outside of Hisui, didn't you? Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, it's easy to forget that. Like, the one thing I loved about Sun and Moon specifically was if you were in Ultra, or I think it was Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. If you were in Ultra Space, you could actually evolve Pokemon into their non-Alolan counterparts. So like Cubone and Pikachu would evolve into Cubone, Pikachu, and Execute would evolve in their standard Cantonian forms. Did find another shiny on accident when I less than 2 hours. Nice! Yeah, that's the one thing that's kind of cool about Scarlet and Violet, is just like, it's so easily just randomly like, oh look, a shiny. Give you a hint on what it is. Is it Yanma? Or Coughing. I've gotten a shocking amount of shiny Coughing. while I've been in Kitakami. Spring. Oh, Spoink. Nice. That's actually a really nice shiny. It's actually funny. Spoink was the first shiny I ever got in Pokemon Go. It was like, I think, right around the time they first introduced shinies. I was living with my grandmother at the time. I would walk to my day job. Question if it was shiny at first. I mean, I guess if you've never seen a shiny Spoink before, or Spoink in general, it can be a little confusing. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, today I found a shiny Floatzel and a shiny Garganacl while I was in Area 0. Also have 4 shiny marked Pokemon. Nice! Yeah, most of the marked Pokemon I got are from sandwich hunting, so like a huge chunk of the sandwich hunt marks I got are all sociable. Although there's also the ones that have the ranked master mark, because I got them. Also got the shiny Purple Cliff failed when the game first launched. Shiny Purple Cliff. What now? Are you talking about coughing? I know that's more of a green shiny, but... Oh. Oh. Okay, yeah. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, it's... Okay, I'll check it out at some point, but... Yeah, it's usually... generally not a good... It's generally... Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so I don't have a lot of eggs left to hatch, so Dragonflame, if you want to do the trades, let me know soon, because I'm probably gonna call it once we're also have a shiny that you refuse to evolve. I mean, there are some shinies that can be like that, where they're really good as one stage, and then their evolved form shiny is a lot less popular. See Gabite into Garchomp, or Dragonair into Dragonite, or Pupitar into Tyranitar. It's Gibble. Oh yeah, no. I totally understand that. Yeah, Dragonflame, just let me know when you wanna do that, when you're ready to do that trade, because I just yeah. Like, once I'm done with... I've only got, like, 3 full batches of eggs left. And I think once I do those, I'm gonna call it a night. Okay, so that first egg, I can tell you right now. This is a Fione. Duskull, Hoot Hoot, and Volbeat. Okay. I have another. Yeah. So I'm gonna only touch trade for Jaime. That's my Volbeat. So I'm gonna need you to send this back as soon as the trade is done. And I'll give you the Hoot Hoot and Duskull. You can keep those. I need the dex entries. Alright. So gonna be our standard link code. 14021402. But you can actually keep the Hoot Hoot and the Duskull if you want. Alright. Oh, yeah, this is a cool little thing. Also, the fact that this Volbeat isn't bouncing, if the Pokemon is bouncing, it means you actually, that's a Pokemon you need. So you actually don't need Volbeat. Or Illumise. Yeah, it's actually a really cool function that they added in for the Indigo Disc. Or sorry, for the DLC. Let me say, but not Volbeat. That's weird, because again, it's not bouncing, which means you have Volbeat registered in your Pokédex. Yeah. Like, even Kinkelder, it's not bouncing. It is a shiny, yes. Oh, that would be why. That would probably, maybe that's why. The Kinkelder I have is shiny as well. I have a non-shiny Kinkelder, but okay, yeah, it's bouncing now. Yeah. All right, then I'll send you my Volbeat, and then just send. When you send it back, I'll send you the Duskull. Huh. I didn't know that the shiny forms wouldn't bounce. Interesting. Ugh. That is so weird. Oh, wow. Shiny Psyduck, very nice. Thank you very much for this. You want me to send back the Psyduck? Uh-oh. Oh shit, need to charge my controller. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Alright. I will send you Jaime, and then you send it back, I'll send you the Dust Skull you need. Alright. Keep it a Psyduck? Yeah, I get that. Golduck's not great. Ooh, very nice Sawsbuck. You want me to send you back the Sawsbuck too? Yeah, okay. So yeah, just send me back Jaime. I'll give you the Dust Skull. One list. Oh yeah, I registered a new form. I've already had Sawsbuck, but I haven't registered its spring form. Alright. Alright. I will. Next from the internet. Now let's hatch these 3 Fione. Where should I go? Let's go to Fury Falls, because why not? anything else? Don't know. Yeah, but I did it with it. Drop down here, back to normal. Oh, fuck, I forgot there was a Terra Corviknight around here. So those 3 eggs all have to be Fione. The only reason I know this is because Fione has a much longer incubation time than any of the starters or Flabebe. So it goes in order of incubation time, but also from top to bottom. So the 2nd, 4th, and 6th eggs in the party, I know for a fact, are all going to be Fione. In that order. I said 6th, not 5th, right? 2nd, 4th, and 6th. Uh-oh. Low kicks is really asking for it. Piss off, bug. Yeah, I've had that happen. What's more likely to happen is when I'm doing, and this is something I've noticed a lot when I battle, is I lose track of how many Pokemon my opponent has left. Like, I think, oh, okay, I got this in the bag, and I realize, oh fuck, they had another Pokemon in the back. The amount of times that's happened to me in competition, in the 3 competitions I've been to, is not surprising, but also kind of surprising. Alright, so that's our last Fione egg for now. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is, I'm gonna leave these 3 eggs, these 3 batches where they are, and I'm gonna take tomorrow, before stream, to get some more eggs bred up and ready to go. I think I'm gonna call it a little bit early tonight, but we will be back tomorrow for some more shiny hunting, and possibly to try out the other team I have. See how that works out on the ladder specifically. But, for those of you who are watching on Twitch, let's go find someone to send the love over to. I think I know automatically who we are sending the love over to. But, for everyone else, thank you all so much for joining in. If you would like to follow on... Whoops, that's the wrong button. If you would like to follow on social media or join our awesome Discord community, you can always check us. Links, as always, are in the chat off to the side. Also, we're gonna try to get them there on YouTube. Socials on YouTube. Right. Until thank you all so much for joining in. Links, all that. For those of you who are watching on Twitch, we're going to go ahead and send the love over to my buddy Sonic MTD. He is playing Persona 5 Royale. And until next time, I'm Kira Kennedy. Thank y'all so much for joining in, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Also, in case we change to Rise of Tomb Raider, I'll try to let you guys know on Discord as soon as I can. But for now, peace!